Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, class. How are you today? I hope you're in a good condition today. Okay, thank you. I'm fine. Before we begin our class today, it's a good news to lead the prayer first. Alright, Andy, please lead the prayer. Okay guys, it's a big day to see you all here right now. Once again, good morning everyone. How are you doing today? Yeah, that's great. We will learn together in this class. But firstly, let me check the attendance. Who is absent today? Yes, Andy. Very good attendance. All have already present today. Okay, now, before we start our topic this morning, who can mention what was our last topic? Yes, Annie? Good job! Our last topic is about descriptive text. Okay, now, let's move to the next activity for today. I have a question for you guys. Do you ever watching fiction movies? Yes, Andy? What kind of movies? Yeah, that's correct. Very good. Percy Jackson is a fiction movie. Can you tell me what is the story about? Okay, Andy, very good. Okay, guys, now can you guess what do you think is the topic that we are going to discuss today? Yes? Any? Good job. Our topic for today is all about narrative text. Our class today will discover about the narrative text that has a benefit to improve our understanding about reading text. Especially, we can learn it to identify the content of the text and also the characteristic of narrative text. So guys, firstly, all you have to do is reading the text. It is about the story of Cinderella, and then you can find any information about the definition of narrative text and also the characteristic of narrative text. Is that clear, student? Okay, great. After that, I will explain again to clearly the materials. Okay, you can start now. Okay, student, time's up. Who want to try share your idea what is the definitions and the characteristic of narrative text? Yes, Andy. Very good. That's almost correct. Now, I will explain to clearly the materials. Narrative text is an imaginative story that happened in the past and it relates a series of events and also it's include both fiction and non-fiction. The social function of narrative text is to retell, to inform, to entertain, and to amuse the reader. And the generic structure of narrative text consists of orientation, complication, and resolution. And the last one is reorientation, or we can call coda. Orientations, it's mean the opening of paragraph that consists of to introduce the characters, the main characters, and also the storyline of the beginning in the text. Complications usually start with problems that have experienced by the main characters, and it can also caused by the other's character. And the last one is resolution. Resolutions is solving the problem that caused by the main characters or the other characters. It can be a happy ending or sad ending, or worse than both of them. Okay, is that clear about the generic structures? Okay, good. Alright, everybody. Now you will be divided into two groups, boys and girls. All you have to do is identify the content of the text. It consists of the character, plot, and setting from the story of Cinderella. Is that clear, student? Okay, I will give you 20 minutes to read, and after that you can write your result on a sheet of paper, and then you can share it with the other groups. Okay, students, time's up. Who want to share your reading result first? Yes, from group 1. Okay, that's almost correct. Group 2. Okay, very good. That's correct. Alright, student, I have a question for you. Which tenses usually used in the narrative text? Yes, group 1. Any? Very good. That's correct. The tenses are using simple past tense. Besides that, narrative text also using the adverb of time conjunction, and the specific characters is, for example, the main characters, Cinderella, and also using time conjunctions, for example, using suddenly, went, and then, and etc. Okay, for me to assist you, if you truly understood about the topic, now let's have an application in one sheet of paper. Please answer the exercise that based on the text. Okay, after that, let me test your understanding from the text that is about the story of Cinderella. Okay, you may start now. Okay, guys, time's up. Who want to be a volunteer to share the answer? Yes, John, go ahead. Okay, that's great. Very good, John. All answers are correct. Thank you for sharing the answer. Okay, class, let's have another activity. Once again, on one sheet of paper, but this is in a group work. Please rewrite the story by using your understanding in a short passage. Okay, is that clear, student? Okay, great. Alright, and once you're done, please pass your paper in front, and I will be the one who check your writing. Okay, you can start now. Okay, student, time's up. Please pass your paper in front, and I will check your writing later. Alright, class, it seems that you can understood about the topic for today. Now, let me ask you some questions based from the text. Who is Cinderella? Yes, group 1. Very good, that's correct. Okay, next. And who wants to marry Cinderella in the royal kingdom? Okay, that's great. That's correct. Group 2. Okay, the last one question. What's conflict that happened in the story of Cinderella? Yes, group 1. Yeah, that's great. Thank you for answering my questions. Okay, now I will ask you about some important point in narrative text. What do you think are important studying of the narrative text? Yes, John. Very good, John. That's correct. Okay, group one. Yes, Andy. Very good. That's almost correct. Okay, class. Any questions for the materials? Okay, thank you. Before we end the class, let's have a conclusion about our learning today. Studying narrative text is very important, especially in reading and writing. And also, we can learn how to identify all of the components of narrative text and also the content based on the story of Cinderella. So the point is, narrative text is a text that contains a story, both of written and unwritten, and there is a series of events that are interconnected with each other. Alright class, in the next meeting, we will be discuss about procedure text. Okay, I hope you can prepare for it. Alright everybody, thank you so much for your cooperation today. And that would be all for today. See you in the next meeting and have a great day. Good job everyone. Thank you. Before we end this class, let's say Alhamdulillah together. Okay guys, see you in the next meeting.